Hey guys, it's Maymay, and in today's top tip, we are going to be discussing selective inking. Now, there are several ways to do this, but this is my favorite way whenever I can do it. I like to selective ink by just inking up the parts of the stamp I want to stamp without covering anything up. What I mean by that is there are some processes where you can take tape and lay over areas that you don't want to ink and then ink it all up and peel the tape off and use it, but I don't like doing all that. It's messy for me, so this is the way I like to do it. And it does not work with every stamp. It works with stamps that have a lot of surface space and also that have space between the words. You know, some stamps, the words kind of cross over each other, and this doesn't work for that. But what we're going to do is using the edge of our ink pad, we are just going to ink up the specific words we want to be that specific color. So for example, I want have a to be blue, and then I want the other part to be green. Now, you could selectively ink these at the same time, like you could do have a, and look what I just did. I just went over it too far, so let me clean that off. I'm going to use a wet wipe because I don't want to have that on my project. I was not paying attention. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to do both colors at one time. I'm going to do one color first and come back with a second color. So I'm going to take have a, and I'm going to put that right there and let that transfer onto my page. So there's have a, perfect. Then I'm going to come back in with my wet wipe and clean off any ink that I've got there. I don't want any of that ink to be left behind because it will or it can show up in my next process. So now I'm just going to take my next color and selectively ink the rest of the image. Now again, I could have done these at the same time. I just didn't want to take a chance. I'm better giving myself this little kind of gap between the two in case I need to wipe anything away. This gives me that opportunity to do that. So there is that. I'm all inked up. I did get a little tiny bit right here. I'm a little afraid that will get on my paper, so I'm just going to rub that up right there. And then we will line this up and stamp it right underneath here. The cool thing is you can line this up right over the top one and pretty much be in the exact same spot. So look, have a cool birthday, and we did it with selective inking. Now again, there are other ways to do it because you can use tape. Let me show you the tape method just in case you like this idea, because some people might like it better. Depends on my image. We'll just stamp underneath here. So if I take the tape and I just lay it over the section that I don't want to color. So for example, I can go right here, like so. Then I can just take my blue ink, and this way I can go to my image. It won't matter because I've covered up the cool part. Then I'm gonna peel this off, okay? I can stamp that part down, have a, and then I'm gonna clean that off again up here, just like so. And then I will tape off the part I just stamped, which was have a. So I'll tape off this. And now I can ink this up. And you just have to decide which way you're better at. It depends on the stamped image for me. Sometimes I can just use my ink pad and line it up perfectly and it works great. And then sometimes I need to use tape. I have a feeling I'm going to have a little blue here, but that's okay because I'm going to put it right over the one above. Just like so. Stamp that down. And we get the same look, but two different ways of doing it. So figure out which one works for you. I wanted to show you selective inking. It's something I do a lot in my videos mostly because I just don't want to take the time to find my tape and do all that cleaning in between, etc., etc. I'd rather just ink the part I need and then stamp it down, and that's what works for me. All right, guys, I hope that was a good tip for you guys. If you have any tips or any ideas that you've seen me do or you'd like me to talk about in more detail, be sure to leave that in the comments below. And don't forget, when this channel reaches 100,000 subscribers, and we are quite a way away, we're going to be doing a giveaway. And that giveaway is to give one of you guys a cutting machine of your choice. You get to choose it. Cricut, Brothers Scan & Cut, Silhouette, you pick it. So be sure to subscribe and get the notifications for this channel. And until next time, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.